Hello, I'm MPX Toycat, and I got so many comments on yesterday's video saying something like helmet with efficiency. That can't be right, and you are correct. There is no way to get efficiency on a helmet. You can't find them naturally, you can't enchant them, you can't even put the enchantment on there, but yet somehow I did find a helmet with efficiency 1 while I was speedrunning once. And in case this image isn't enough proof for you, let's go into the world itself and actually show you. So this was one of the most bizarre speedruns already, because it was one where the first structure I found was a woodland mansion that had this ruined portal outside of it. Already pretty interesting and already something that I used to the advantage in the speedrun. But yes, I found on my hat a leather cap with efficiency 1. What does efficiency do on a helmet? I genuinely have never questioned. Actually, you know, here's a fun one. Do you think that the helmet with efficiency on would mine slightly faster? Let's find out. Okay, here's how long it takes me to break a piece of dirt with my fist. Here is how long it takes with my efficiency 1 hat. Oh my god, the... Am I crazy? Or is that faster? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, I'm crazy. It wasn't faster. That would have been cool if true though, right? Imagine... I mean, it feels like it's punching faster. Like, it definitely is punching faster than before, but you know what? Let's not think about this one too much. How did I get a helmet with efficiency 1? I found it in a chest. How does that happen? It's not meant to, and yet here it is in a real, legit survival Minecraft world. You can watch the stream if you'd like to. I don't believe it as I look at it, but yeah. Fun little weird quirk of Minecraft, the leather cap with efficiency 1. Speaking of weird quirks of Minecraft, I got this comment from Michael Torero, who says, is the new UI for Bedrock or Java? As you know, Minecraft is working on a brand new menu screen, but they're also working on a brand new UI for Minecraft as a whole. Mostly that means the menu, but it does also include the interfaces. Perhaps you could call them the interfaces that users use, the user interface, if you will. Anyway, with that said, we actually got a little bit of a sneak peek at this because Oleg Kozitsyn, who is one of the kind of leads on this, it seems, has been tweeting out a bunch about it, and he said this week that it was reasonable to assume that you all really want to know what is next in the cooker for the Minecraft UI. So sure, here is a sneak peek. As usual, no comment on when, and then they showed this very vertical slice. It's deliberately not showing the whole thing. It's a little bit of a teaser, if you will, and as you can see, this is, in my opinion, the kind of load up a world part of the menu. If you're going to load up a world, you'll see this kind of confirming. Do you want to hit the green button, the play new world, or do you want to perhaps copy it? At the bottom there, it says GE, and then it's a little crafting table icon. I'm assuming that's going to be like generated via a template, if it's a marketplace map, or generated, you know, maybe in a version number, or generating creative or survival. It's hard to be entirely sure, but as you can see, there is going to be a brand new Minecraft UI, and it looks really great. I think, again, one of the biggest problems with Minecraft Bedrock is how it looks to the outside world, and I hope they do a good job on fixing that. This new menu does look very good and very professional, but I do think it is just for Bedrock, and the reason I think that is not just the fact that, you know, again, like, that's usually what's assumed. When they make changes like this, they usually make them to Bedrock because Java's a bit more resistant to that sort of thing. And we also have this tweet from Oleg this week who said, another theme is about platforms. The team was created exactly because we want to improve how the UI behaves depending on whether it's a touchscreen, gamepad, keyboard and mouse, mobile phone screen, or TV. The new achievement screen is hopefully getting there. Try it. And the new achievement screen is the first part of the new UI that we actually have access to. But to me, this implies their focus is on Bedrock because that's where all those control schemes come in. And then maybe on top of that, they use it on Java. But again, it's unlikely I'd say that they do that, given that Java's had the same menu screen for a very long time. And even like minor changes to the launcher make people unhappy in a lot of ways. So, you know, who knows for sure? But that would be my expectation. But we'll have to wait and see until we go into the next comment here, which comes in from Noah Geim, who says, anyone know if mineshafts and spawners are still going to be in the game? Because 1.17, the Caves and Cliffs update, is going to be updating caves, and so it might remove mineshafts and spawners, you could assume. However, this is entirely something we can just dismiss offhand, because when Minecraft updates something old, they either take the you know, old thing and just leave it in there. Take, for example, ocean monuments in the 1.13 ocean update, the update aquatic, or take, for example, 1.16 and the Nev fortresses. They just left them there exactly how they were before. They don't fit in the new Nether so much, but they just figured, it's there from before, we can leave it. And so in that same way, mineshafts and spawners won't be a great fit in the Caves and Cliffs update. When you find them, they'll feel like a relic from the past, but so far we can be sure that they'll either keep them or they will update them. I would much prefer that they update them. Spawners, for example, are just so bland in 2021. You're like, you know, if anything needs an update, it's mob spawners. Just give us more varieties or give us some more interesting things to do with them. But yeah, I would say mineshafts too. I love mineshafts, they're my favorite structure, but both those things need to be updated, but just because they're not being updated necessarily, it doesn't mean these structures are going away. With that said, let's move into the next question, which comes in from Casio Man, who says, what should be added, but no one is talking about, is snow-covered stairs and slabs. And yeah, you're right about this. Like, Caves and Cliffs is two parts of an update. There's caves and there's cliffs, and the cliffs have a lot of new snowy features, obviously, because they'll be going higher than before, we can assume. But snow logging is something that is still really rough. There is no snow logging in Minecraft like we have for water logging, and I think that's something they need to fix. Bedrock does a slightly better job at this. Like, you can see flowers sometimes are snow logged, same with grass, same with a few other blocks you can't get on Java, but I'd like to see both versions have any block be potentially covered with snow, because it's weird to me that, like, oh yeah, if you have a building with half slabs on the roof, no snow will ever fall on that, whereas if you have a building with top slabs on the roof, then snow will fall. It just seems like it doesn't make any sense, maybe, and in fact, definitely, and so I think the easiest way to fix that is just make every block snow loggable. Wouldn't you love to see snow-covered stairs? I would love to see snow-covered stairs. In fact, that was a trick question. Of course, you would too. I know what your opinions are, and as a YouTuber who's just talking to myself right here, even though you're watching it, you know, I can say that you like it, and you can't disagree with me. Yeah, that'll show you, comment section. With that said, let's move into the next question, which comes in from Trashcan4387. You know, don't be so harsh on yourself. You're not that much of a trash can. Or, you know, at least if you are a trash can, you're a unique trash can. You're not just one of the 4,387 others, friend. Anyway, so any new achievements coming for Minecraft Bedrock on 1.17? As you all know, Minecraft Bedrock uses the Xbox achievement system, unless you're on PlayStation. And so as a result, you might be wanting some new ones. There's apparently 2,600, I learned while looking at the new achievement screen. So there are 2,600 Gamerscore achievements now. Is that the max we'll ever have? No. Will there be new ones in 1.17? It's not been confirmed, but it's very likely because every other major update has chosen to do so, 1.14 and 1.16 included, and given that they've also done it for 1.13 and many other big updates before, I just think that 1.17 will have achievements, and I'd love to see them do fun things with it that encourage new types of gameplay. Like, they're getting better at doing fun achievements rather than just being like, here is an achievement for mining copper ore. Like, sure, you can do that, that's interesting and new. What if there's a new achievement for exploring every new cave biome, like they've done for the overworld, like they've done for the oceans, like they've done for the nether? Yes, I would love a reason to go and explore those things in survival. What if there's an achievement that, kind of like there's a chest full of cobblestone achievement, what if there's an achievement that rewards you having a lot more than that? Like maybe having a full chest full of amethyst. Also, I feel like, you know, given the new candles and the light stuff, I feel there's a lot of fun room for achievements, and we're almost certain to get them. Don't you worry, Mr. Trash Can, that's not really a trash can. With that said, let's go into the next question, which is from the Over-Analyst. Actually, upon second inspection, they're the Over-Analysts, so good job for overachieving in some aspect of your life at least. My theory now is that when the cave update gets rolled out, you'll be able to make ice cream by pouring milk on a cauldron of powdered snow. So I thought that dyeable milk is the best idea that they're sitting on and they should be using for the longest time, and I don't think this exact idea is that likely. I would love to see it, don't get me wrong. I think they're gonna have to do something with the bucket of snow. Like, in this update, they very deliberately removed powdered snow as a block. They made it so you can only place powdered snow using this bucket of powdered snow. So I think if they're gonna do that, they need to give it some unique reason, and we don't know what that is yet. They've got a whole 6 months until the update's out there. Oh, actually, that clock is ticking down slowly. It's almost February, but you know, they've got time till the update comes out, and I'm sure they'll come up with something, and I hope it's as good as an idea as yours is, Mr. Over-Analyst. I would love to see ice cream in Minecraft, and if you don't like to see ice cream in Minecraft, then what's wrong with you? But with that said, the next question comes in from Speed1CubaGD, who says, why are you building that? And that's a good question. Why am I building this is a question that's perfect because it could be from any video over the last like 5 years, right? Like, you could see this and be like, yeah, that could be from this one or that video or this video, and that's the feeling I kind of like to inspire on the channel. So thank you very much, Speed1CubaGD. I could answer for the video that this is from, but where's the fun in that? You know, not all of you have watched that video, although you should. What is that video? Go and find it. Was it yesterday's? No, it was a week ago. I think it was probably last QnA Saturday. But what am I building in this QnA is a question I'm going to get again. So to cut you off at the heels now, Is that the phrase? To heed you off at the heel. To heed you off now, what I'm going to be doing is explaining what I'm building today. Okay, in the end, you see, I have a big desert that I built by myself, and so I'm building that. I am making sure that the desert is that the end desert is more deserty, and that the end never is more nevery. Okay, is that all of the questions answered? I think it is. I'm working on, like, people say the big survival projects are things that take forever to do, but I figured I'd work on a few of those to, like, finally, just for once and for all test, do people want to see these long form survival projects condensed into a small area? So I'm going to be doing a few of those over the next few weeks, so I'd love to see some support on those as they come out if you like the mega kind of survival stuff. And if you prefer just to watch them live, I of course live stream as well. But that brings me into my next question, because Slawdog asks, do you ever intend to attempt building an ice path in the nether to 1 million blocks like you mentioned in the original live stream, or is that just something you're not interested in even trying? So I did mention that I'd love to have an ice pathway going out to 125,000 blocks, so you could get from 0 to 1 million pretty fast. That'd be a fun project. But then I realized after flying all the way there and loading in all the chunks, it made my world so massive, and I don't want to make it any bigger. Like the size difference in my world is one of my biggest regrets in my survival world. I have so many regrets. Maybe one day I'll talk about all of them. But one thing I don't regret is reading this comment from Mr. MC Man, who says, is this the only video game you play? And, you know, it's a good question, because in 2021, in the 2020s, let's say, nothing's changed since last year, it is actually fairly common for people to just play one game. I'd say the gaming culture or whatever 15 years ago was you play whatever game is hot at the time, and you have a variety of games. Now it's very common for people to be like, yeah, I play Fortnite, that's just about it. Yeah, I play Minecraft. Yeah, I play Roblox, I play RuneScape, you know. But these games are big and kind of all-encompassing. They take up most of your gaming time. And so I wouldn't say there's any shame in just playing Minecraft, and I don't think it's bad if anyone is like that. But personally, it's not the only game that I play. I'd say it's probably the largest part of my time, but almost every day I play some Hearthstone Battlegrounds. It's a auto battle, I think, is the category of that. I just find it really addicting. Just something about that just like hits the spot in my brain. But like slightly less daily games, I'd say I play Monster Train a lot. I had a real addiction to that as well. I really like card games digitally for some reason. I went back and played the Pokemon card game like 5 years ago, and it was one of my favorite things. Doom Eternal is another game that I've been playing recently. I don't like it that much, but I keep playing it anyway, and I don't know what's wrong with me, but you know what? That's just me and video games, I guess. Also, I really liked the new zombies in the most recent Call of Duty game, and I'm hoping that they bring out a new DLC map soon, because it got kind of stale really quickly, but I like the underlying idea behind it. The underlying mechanics were really fun, so I hope there's a new DLC. I hope that's fun, and those are the games that I play otherwise. But I'd say Minecraft is still the majority of my game time. I've been doing a lot of survival projects recently, been streaming them, because I just figured, like, you know, if I'm playing Minecraft anyway, I love to stream at the same time if we're doing like a chill survival project. So I've been streaming like every 3 to 4 times a week. You can follow on Twitter if you want to know when they're happening, except for this next week, just as a weird experiment, I'm going to be announcing them via YouTube community posts. So turn on subscriptions with the bell on. I honestly, it's really hard to know when YouTube streams are happening, but just know that roughly at 9 p.m. in the UK, that's like 4 p.m. on the East Coast of America and 1 p.m. on the West Coast of America. At that time in the UK, I stream 2 to 3 times a week. It's a lot of fun, and I hope you join me probably tomorrow, which is when the next one will be. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. But that is actually the last question for today's Q&A. Oh, what a trickery. I got you here, and then I just said you should subscribe and watch some live streams, because that's what I really believe. This video is sponsored by me. You know what? I would love to hit 2 million subscribers by the end of the year, and the only way I can do that is by showing you that most people who watch the channel aren't subscribed. And no, that's not what I'm doing. Instead, I'm saying, hey, if you watch this video and you're not subscribed, have you considered changing that? It would help me. It would allow you to see more of my videos, and hopefully you'd enjoy those. Because here's the best thing. If you don't enjoy a video and you don't even want to watch it, you just don't have to. But subscribing will show more of them to you, so you have the choice of watching them, and that's something I'd like for you to choose for yourself. But if it's not something you want to choose, then I hope that you choose to have a good day, because I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.